Okay, got a new rig in the shack here. Ten-Tec Century 22, little CW transceiver. Very nice package, small, 20 watts output, has the work bands, really pretty cool. And works excellent. Nice quiet receiver. However, the center frequency of the active audio filter is set at, from the factory at about 500 hertz, and that's kind of low. That's very low for me. I'd like to see it up around 750 or so. I guess everybody's different, but let me show you what I mean. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Now watch the S meter. I have a signal generator hooked up, and I'm going to tune across a signal here on 40 meters. And you can watch the S meter and where it peaks. Let me get out of this squeaky chair here. Okay, here we go. Okay, on one side of the 0 beat, we peak right there. And if I look on the scope, that's 460 hertz. Now we'll go to the other side of 0 beat. Find the peak on the meter. Right there. That's 509 hertz. And I'll show you how I'm measuring that, I hope. There it is on the scope. Whoop. I'll find the sweet spot here, I guess. 510 hertz. And if I peak it on the other side of 0 beat, about 470. Get it into focus here again. Anyway, you get the idea. So, stand by. Okay, now I've got the filter tightened as narrow as it will go. That's wide open, and that's closed, or the narrowest setting. You can see there's a little attenuation there, which is to be expected. But if I rock it back and forth again, come up on the signal, I need more volume to make it show up on the scope. It says 507 hertz. Oop, wrong way. Other side of 0 beat, 470 hertz. Just like before. Alright, that's not working right. Here we go. 465. Okay, so the plan is we're going to replace some capacitors, 8 altogether, in the active audio filter section, and that will have the effect of raising that center peak frequency from about 500 hertz, hopefully up to about 750, somewhere around there, which is a lot more pleasing to at least my ear. So, and the mod works very well. I've already done it on one rig, and there's no after effects, no unintended consequences. It works really good. So let me take the rig apart, and we'll put this together in a couple of parts and string them all together, and you can see how to make this simple change. So hang in there, I'll be back. Okay, here we are back again with the covers off this time. Let me give you a quick tour of the rig. On the top we've got the power amplifier. transmit section. There's room for a couple of options up top here. A keyer and a calibrator, which are obviously are not installed. But there's a little 50-watt input amplifier and transmit bias and all that stuff. So that's the top. On the bottom, we've got the guts of it. PTO in the middle. Most of the tune circuits and band switch and so forth on the top. Down on the bottom we've got some control, and the active audio filter is located down in this section also. So that's what we're going to be messing with. Okay, so I flipped the rig over and put the control section on top. Let me find my pointer here. Hang on a second. Okay, here we go. Now the active audio filter is right here. This is an LM3900, an old linear chip, 4 op amps in one package, very common, especially back in the day. And the caps we're going to change are these red ones here. There's 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, we got it together now. This one here is not included. That's a different value. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what we're going to do is change the value. It comes from the factory with 3.3 nanofarads or 3300 picofarads for all 8 of those caps. And if we lower it to 2200 picofarad or 2.2 nanofarad, that has the effect of bringing the center frequency of the active audio filter from about 500 hertz up to about 750, and that's the plan. So one other cool thing here is every one of these connections here is labeled on the connector and on the board. Everything unplugs. There's no soldering required to disassemble this board at all. So it makes it super easy. You don't have to take any notes or write anything down. Just look at the sticker on the connector and the number on the board, and you'll get it just right. So that's the plan. Going to remove the board now and replace those 8 caps and put it back together. Alright, be back in a bit. Okay, here it is. Removed. Everything unplugs. Didn't need a soldering iron to do that. Pretty cool. Very well designed. Ease of service and everything else. So, very impressive. Anyway, here's the caps involved here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to change them from 3300 picofarad to 2200 picofarad, and put it all back together, and we'll recheck the filter center frequency. It should be up around 750 hertz or so. So that's it. I'll be back. Stay tuned. Okay, here is the replacement. You can see all the green ones. These are the 2200 picofarad caps, and we'll put it back together now and check the center frequency of the filter. So very easy to do, only took a couple minutes. Very high quality circuit board too, easy to desolder and resolder the new parts in. Good stuff. Okay, stand by, we're almost there. Okay, got it all back together, and do a little checkout now and see where the center frequency of the audio filter is. So we'll tune across it here. 0 beat, and then the other side. So let's peak it. That's about the peak, I would say. Yeah, close enough. Okay, so let's go over to the scope here. See if we can get a reading. It'll show up. Well, it's not going to focus. But I can tell you what it says. It says 774.9. Okay, so let's go to the other side of 0 beat now. And I'll peak it on the meter. $750. Pretty good. Much better than that 500. And if I tighten up the filter all the way, we have about the same amount of insertion loss, but the frequency stays the same on either side of 0 beat. Right there. So I call that a very worthwhile modification if you don't like the 500 hertz center frequency of the filter. And then you can adjust the side tone pitch control on the side here to match that frequency too if you want, and probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But this is a really cool rig, very impressive, and I'm glad to add it to the inventory here. So that's it for now. Keep tinkering, everybody. See y'all later.